Hey everybody, welcome back to my modern homestead. If you don't already know, my name is Janet and I'm so excited that you are here joining me today. Now today I'm doing a recipe that I have wanted to do for a while now. I'm finally going to breathe and take the moment to do it. We are making a homemade taco mac recipe. I'm going to use my homemade macaroni and cheese. Going to switch it up just a little bit and add taco meat to it, and we're going to see what happens. I hope it's wonderful. I think it will be. Let's take a look at what we've got. To do this recipe, we are going to use one box. It's a 1 pound box of elbow macaroni. Then I have 3 cups of shredded Fiesta cheese, and this is the fine shred. Now, here's where this recipe is going to be different from my regular recipe. Back when we were having grocery issues all across the United States, I couldn't find the cheddar cheese soup. All I could find was the Fiesta Nacho Cheese soup. So that's what we're doing today in place of just the regular cheddar cheese soup. Then we're going to use 1 cup of milk. I have 4 tablespoons of butter because that's what the recipe calls for, just for 2 cups of uncooked macaroni. But because we're using the whole box, I just went ahead and added a little over another, it's almost 2 more tablespoons of butter. So just to make it easy, 6 tablespoons of butter. Then 1/2 cup of sour cream. So back on the stove, I have the water heating up to boil the macaroni, and once that starts boiling, I will go ahead and get started on the sauce part. It's super easy, super quick, y'all. Just because it's homemade doesn't mean it has to be hard or take a long time. I should say too that with the regular macaroni, I normally just use a sharp cheddar cheese, but this is the Fiesta blend. I think there's also a taco blend out there, but I'm just using the Great Value Fiesta blend today. While we're waiting on everything, let's talk about the spices. We will use 1/2 of a teaspoon of pepper, 1/2 of a teaspoon of salt, and 1/2 of a teaspoon of ground mustard. While I'm waiting on the water for my noodles to come up to boil, I've gone ahead and got my butter to melting because, y'all, honestly, the longest part of this recipe is waiting on the water and the butter. So, doing what I can to speed up the process. My water has almost come to a boil. Going to add in about 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Oh, I need to refill my jar. Okay, we just got the macaroni into the water. Our butter is starting to sizzle, even though I've got it turned down, but let's go ahead and pour the cheese in. Stir it around because we don't want fried cheese in our recipe. We're going to get this just melted, and this will not take very long. Don't have your heat up too high because you'll get chunky pieces of cheese in your macaroni. Little hard pieces. It'll taste fine, but It's just not as pleasant as smooth melted cheese. Okay, we've got the cheese to the melted blob state. It only takes a minute. See how it's stringing now and it's nice. We'll turn the heat up just a hair. I'm still learning the stove with different recipes. Now I'm going to add in a can of the Fiesta cheese soup. Mix it in really well. That's pretty. I didn't know it had the red peppers in it. Get that mixed in really well, and then we'll add in the sour cream. Okay, can you see how it looks more homogeneous now, like it's mixed really well? That's what you're going for. You don't want to really see a difference between the cheese and the soup. All right, let's add in the sour cream. And this sauce is going to be done before the noodles. Nothing wrong with that. Again, mix it in really well. Y'all, I'm telling you, I have used this macaroni recipe for years. I've even given it to friends and they use it now. It makes the best macaroni and cheese. Well, I don't know what it tastes like with the Fiesta, of course, but the basic recipe is delicious. Alrighty. Let's add in the milk. Woo. Sour cream's trying to harden up the cheese. Let's give it a second. Okay, y'all, so to avoid those little clumps of cheese after you add the sour cream, just let your sour cream sit at room temperature for a while so that it's not cold when you add it. You can see it's loosened back up. There are still some little clumps of cheese, but I'm not going to worry about that because as this sits and we add other hot things to it, they'll melt right back down. No big deal. So let's add in the milk. I'm going to add half of it. Spices. And the rest of it. Again, this milk is cold, so we might have some more clumping. That's all right. They'll melt that down. Love this sauce. Sorry about that. I had to go check on the dog. We had a delivery and she was wanting to chase the truck. Jake was holding her. So she couldn't chase and she was going nuts. I don't know if y'all could hear her or not. But look at the sauce. How pretty. just left it on the stove and went outside. It's all right. There we go. See? I told you it would melt that down. Now all we have to do is wait on the noodles. Going to turn this eye off. It's only going to sit here just a minute. It'll be just fine. Look at this beautiful shiny sauce, y'all. It's more orange on camera from what I can tell, but Okay, our noodles, whoa, our noodles are done. So I'm going to take them to the sink and drain them. Okay, let's add in our cooked noodles. Mix that up really well, and then we're ready to start the meat. I told y'all this was going to be quick and easy. If you wanted to, you could eat the macaroni just like this. It's done. You could top it with cheese, put it in a baking pan, put it in the oven, then top it with cheese, of course, after you put it in the baking pan. Let the cheese melt, but I never do that. It's got enough cheese in it. Let's see what it tastes like. That tastes like a fun movie night macaroni and cheese. All right, for the taco part. Honestly, for the amount of noodles I have, 2 pounds of meat would be fine, but I only had 1 pack of our deer burger left, y'all. My guys better get to hunting this year. They have let me run out. What am I gonna do with them? So just let this fry up and then we'll season it. Okay, with ground meat, I make sure I get it good and done. And with the deer, you don't always have grease to drain off. Let's check. There is very little grease, but I'll get a big spoon and get that off. Okay, oops. All I do is just tilt the pan, dip it out with a big spoon, and put it in a bowl right beside the stove. And try my best not to make a mess. I'm always making a mess. But I try, y'all. I remember watching a cooking show one time. It was a competition, and the judges were making the biggest to-do over the person draining the grease. I was like, what in the world? Who would leave grease in the meat? That's just gross. All right. Now, all we do at this point is add our favorite taco seasoning. I do a combination of the Taco Bell seasoning and my homemade seasoning. Add in about 1/4 cup of water. Mix it well. And once it's mixed and heated through, it's ready to go into the noodles. So easy, y'all. It does not get any easier than that. One little tip to help you out if you're a working parent or just a busy house parent, set your ingredients out the night before or early in the day. That way when you're ready to go and ready to cook, you don't have to spend a lot of time gathering your items up. It's already done for you, so it's even quicker and easier. Going to add just a little bit more water. Give it a good stir. And then we're going to get our noodles and pull them back over here and add the meat. Careful with that cast iron skillet. These handles can get hot pretty quick. I think I can do it. Okay, so to make things easier, I just moved the meat over here to this counter along with the macaroni. Let's get it into the pot. Okay, we've got the meat in. One quick little tip about cast iron. Go ahead and clean it up while it's hot. It's much easier. Let's do that real fast. Okay, let's mix it up. If it's too thick, feel free to add a little bit of milk, but make sure you just do it a little at a time. And that 1 pound of meat is actually perfect for this. That is, unless you like a lot of meat in yours. My husband is a big meat eater. I don't think you could have too much meat for him, but if you want to make it like the store-bought kind, that 1 pound was plenty for 1 pound of noodles. Yum, let's taste this, y'all. Let me get a bowl. Actually, I'm going to add just a little bit of milk to it. Give it a stir, and then we'll taste it. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Let's see. That's happy dance worthy, y'all. Oh my goodness. Y'all, no kidding. This is delicious. It's perfect for a family meal during the week, a movie night meal, however you want to eat it, it will be just fine. Add a salad with it. Yum. So anyway, you guys, thank you so much for being here. You know I love it when you come and spend a few minutes with me. Honestly and truly, I really do. I appreciate each and every one of you. So until we meet again, may you be blessed. Love you guys.